It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jets and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. Charles, so often it's the quarterbacks that are in the spotlight, and in this game, no different. We have a very compelling matchup. Zach Wilson of the Jets, Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos.
And I think that each quarterback wants to play this game with a faster tempo. They want to get the plays in quickly, get in and out of the huddle quickly, take just a few seconds at the line of scrimmage and survey the defense, and then attack. And I think that we'll see both offenses try to do that in this one.
And off we go from Denver. Here's Carter now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We play to win.
Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time. And leading him out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
During the draft process, it was pretty clear early that Jacksonville was locked in on Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback at Clemson. That allowed the Jets to really peruse the rest of the quarterback crop, and they settled in on Zach Wilson from BYU. Loved his game, ability to throw from the pocket, the off-platform throws, getting outside of the pocket and making plays. He's their guy, and they expect him to be that guy for at least the next 10 years.
That's on the rookie first-round pick, Elijah Vera Tucker. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Bradley Chubb continues to round into form. Remember, he had knee surgery in 2019 and followed that up with 8 sacks in 2020, continuing to ascend in the NFL.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback that makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
And he's got some space here. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So Melvin Gordon, he has been a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. Known more for getting the tough yards, but he breaks off a big one there.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
First down, Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Go, boys, let's go. Let's go.
The Jets offense, as they come out here, Charles, you know, this has been a tough stretch for the Jets and their fans. It's been now 10 seasons without a playoff appearance, the longest active drought in the NFL, and last season, CD, they were just 2-14.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And I know that for
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st down, Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And the grab by Kroft. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now Wilson. And finding Keelan Cole. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. To throw again is Wilson. Connects with Cole again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And Crowder's now in his 3rd year with the Jets after 4 in Washington. A dependable route runner. He makes a nice catch there.
P-Ride. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. LaMichael P-Ride. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Lamichael Pirine who finished it off with a touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And the Jets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Well, as the Denver Broncos make their way back out here, CD, remember that they have not made the playoffs since winning the Super Bowl. That was when Peyton Manning was quarterback, and they've had 9 different starting quarterbacks since 2016, most in the NFL. Now, they're hoping that Teddy Bridgewater can come in and really get things back in the right direction.
And he has the trust of his head coach, Vic Fangio, and the staff and the rest of the team. And Teddy has a big chip on his shoulder because he played halfway decently for Carolina in 2020, and they didn't want him anymore because they said he couldn't close games. So I think he'll be determined to get that done. And Vic Fangio, as a head coach, he leans on his defense. That's his background. And how about the corners he has now? Acquiring Kyle Fuller and drafting Patrick Surtain Jr. I think that's a big-time move for them, and I think they will be improved in 2021.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Bridgewater.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Bridgewater now from the 50. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Fights off the defender. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Tevin Coleman and the rest of the offense making their way back out. He only has a single solo carry, 1 Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Bridgewater. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
This is caught inside the 15 and all the way down to the 7-yard line.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Keelan Cole there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. They will start at the 25 as Spencer elects not to return this. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bridgewater to throw it. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's caught left side by Judy. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Love the effort. Love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there? Almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Bridgewater. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's brought down. Bridgewater finding Judy there for the Bronco 1st.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Strong running from Melvin Gordon as he scores from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater will try and throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now he'll escape to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Coleman has it here right side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he steps away and avoids the contact by sliding. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down 14-11, a minute 52 to play. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete here.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Able to get this to Patrick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it ends with what most likely will be the game-winning touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last shot for Wilson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.